guys without their Crystal. Without Chris and Travis that I start with, and then John Tilton. Where are you, John? These COVID time, me, Chris and Travis and Hiba, we've been looking for the places. You guys recommend by Chris, asked me to go blindly with Excella, so I'm here with you, and I'm like, I think that you guys the best thing ever happened to me, I would say. And Todd was like all through the project, he was like my brother, I would say, that was hand over any little thing I can lay on in him. And Bill, please come here. Bill come here. Bill is like a such on behalf of my children and me, I would like to thank each and every one of you to the deepest form of our heart. We are not cutting this ribbon without all of you. Every single one of you make this thing possible.
When she cuts it.
Alright. Yay!
Alright, so we have Farzeen here. We will ask who she is and what does she do and where are we sitting. You can notice maybe that we are sitting on a small furniture, so you will find out why we are sitting here. Yes, Farzeen, please introduce yourself to our audience, our listeners and viewers of Light Up with Shwa. It's a weekly podcast, I hope you know that, and it's on conscious living and parenting. So please introduce yourself and let us know who you are and what do you do and why are we sitting on these sofas?
So Shwa, my name is Farzeen and we're very, very honored to be sitting here and talking with Shwa. I have been watching lots of your episode and then seeing how you've been, different people were giving you the interview, and I love watching them on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm really much touched for you to be I'm able to giving you this interview today, or I'm sitting with you. So this is my school. I have been thinking to open this school, or as I've been running the early childhood education for 24 years. I've been running the home-based childcare for 24 years, little over 24 years. I'm a mother of 4 children. My vision, and I was very young when I left Pakistan. I was 17 when I left Pakistan, and I was not able to go back to the college to finish my education, but education was always in my vein. I make sure that my children are well educated and get all the education that I was not able to get it. And then because I was not able to go to the college, then my aim is that provide the basic education for the children, the young children, the very young children in their early childhood, nurture them, giving them a safe learning experience to them. I believe that whatever we're going to provide them as a young age, this is how they're going to grow and their personality will develop and all that. So I was thinking to doing that for a long time. In 2008, I shared the idea with my husband, and then he was thrilled because he was a PhD doctor himself. He likes the idea, me being in the childcare educator, and then he likes the idea. Then I wanted to expand it. My children were young at the time. But then life changed, and then unfortunately he got a stroke and he became paralyzed. And then my attention, all my time stored to his taking care of him. So
how old were your children at that time?
So my daughter was in the first year she was at the Northeastern University at that time.
They were in teenagers.
Doing her mechanical engineering. So she was at the college, and my son Mohammed, he was in 10th grade, and Ahmed and Ahad were young at the time. So all of us, it was a very hard time for the children and for me. It was very hard time. Our life got changed all of a sudden. My kids asked me at the time, especially for my son Mohammed, he was in 10th grade at that time. He asked me, what do you want us to do? Do you want me to quit the school, and do you want me to help you with financially? How would you be able to do all the bills, and what do you want us to do? My daughter was ready to quit her education and wanted to go and work to help me, and I just sat down with all 4 of my children and I said, no. If you wanted me to be happy, and if you wanted me to do anything with me, all I wanted you to be I just wanted them to just pay attention to their education. So I'm very much happy that all four of them completed their education. All
Okay.
four of them become engineers. Two eldest one, Hiba and Mohammed, they are not just the engineer, but they have an MBA and a master's degree. They've been. I proudly talk about my children all day long.
All mothers do.
All mothers do.
That is good.
So then my husband left us in 2013. He left us, but
So you were still running a home.
I was still
daycare.
running the home-based daycare because that was my source of income. So I was still running. I was running.
And
the
where are we
home-based
sitting
daycare.
now?
So from
What is
there,
the name of this place?
So this is Goddard School. So
Goddard School is where we are sitting,
In
and
US.
she's the owner of the school. So that journey from 2013, and so you opened this. This is a brand new.
Yeah, we
still
just
going
opening
to-
that.
We had a ribbon opening ceremony today.
Yes.
And congratulations again.
Thank you so
I was
much.
part of it. Thank you for having me, and I really wish you all the best for
Thank
this
you
school.
so much. Yeah.
And so you can tell us about. So during that time, you were still having a home daycare.
I was home-based daycare.
Yeah,
I
okay.
was running my home-based daycare. I was still providing the care. I've been talking about my parents and my children all the time about my passion, about my dream. Mostly like my passion that I wanted to be expanded because I just felt there's a lots of need for the early childhood education in any society, either in here or in Pakistan or anywhere. And if you know how to provide the right education to the children, you should have to do more and more.
Right.
So, in like my husband passed away in 2013, and I was like, my children seeing me how we all were grieving after his passing, but then my children talk about it that, Mom, you should have to do what you wants to do. If otherwise you'll be always be miserable. So anyway, so 2019, I decided to open the daycare center or open the franchisee. Now, we decided as a family that we wanted to open the franchisee, we wanted to open the daycare center, but then which one? There was so many out there. Which one we can choose is hard since that I've been in the early childhood care field for so long. I know that what kind of quality care that I can be provided. I want to be making sure it's not just I'm not doing something for the business, for the money. I wanted to do something education, safe.
So you mean the quality and everything?
Everything,
involved in it.
yes.
It's not only you are
No,
not opening this
no.
only for money.
No.
But obviously that's part of it.
Yeah.
But
Business
but
money
this
you
is-
can make
yeah.
with any business,
Yeah.
but what I wanted to be provide to the community and what I wanted to be sourced to be providing the big quality care to the families.
So
and
can you tell us like what is Goddard, like how the age group that
So
will be coming?
before we get, so me and my daughter Hiba, and we travel many states, many different franchisees. We met like 4 different franchisees. We went to their central office and we go through with them. We learn about their curriculum. We learn about their program and all that. And in the end, I like Goddard. Why I like Goddard? Because Goddard has their philosophy is pretty much the same what my philosophy is. I don't believe giving children any time out. I don't believe teaching the kids in the way that they can be, rather than them to be fun to them. The education to be fun to them is become punishment to them. So the Goddard philosophy is fun learning experience where the children are learning while they were playing.
Excellent.
The other thing I like about the Goddard is their STEAM program. My daughter, who's mechanical engineer, she is running the STEAM program in some middle school children. So I know being my children, being all 4 of them are engineers. So STEAM is my big thing: math, science, and art. Math, science, and art. So these are the 2 reasons I choose Goddard. And then the journey started. It took us 3 years, and the COVID happened in 1 year. But the whole team
The
that
second
I had,
year, you mean, when you started? And
I
the
started
second
in
year,
2019. We started. So I have to move to Sudbury because I wanted to open the daycare center.
So
in
that's why you
Sudbury.
moved here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they wanted me to be close. This is the Goddard, another beautiful thing that they want franchisee to live as close to the school so they can be available to school all the time. Although I have to be in the school all day long, morning till evening, I have to sit there. This is not a corporate owned daycare center. It's a franchisee owned daycare center where the franchisee has to be open.
So you are responsible.
I am responsible for everything, even though that I have a director and assistant director, but I am managing the school and I'm
So
responsible.
Goddard is for who? Like what are the infants?
Goddard program is start as of 6 weeks, and this goes all the way to the pre-K and kindergarten.
Okay.
In Massachusetts, we have I think about 10-12 branches. Goddard has almost 600 branches all over the USA.
Oh.
This is the number one largest daycare franchisee in all over the USA.
So it is US based only, not beyond. the
No,
US.
so
Okay.
far it's only
Yeah,
US
but
based.
it is pretty good.
It's so
US
far
is so
gone.
good,
Yeah.
big, huge.
Yeah,
place.
so US is and
Yeah.
I would say I think I am the maybe first or the second Pakistani. I'm the first Pakistani in Massachusetts who is being opening the school in
Okay.
here, and I'm sure I'm not sure how many other Pakistanis, but there are not many, very few
Out of
Pakistanis.
Goddard.
out of the
Goddard.
600
Okay.
branches. Yeah, so. Goddard is taking children from 6 weeks. So my school
6
is
weeks, you
6
said?
weeks. I mean
Six-
6 weeks till 5 years. So
Okay.
none of the branches in Massachusetts offer the kindergarten. Some of the branches do offer the kindergarten. I can have the kindergarten if I want to be. So the classroom where I'm sitting, this is a pre-kindergarten, and then
Okay.
the next classroom is the pre-kindergarten. Some of the children can go to the kindergarten as they turn 5 before August and
Right.
September. They can go, and then some of the children who were born October, November, December, they have to be wait one more year to go to the kindergarten. So I have decided to have pre-K1 and the pre-K2 depending on their age.
So you are basically preparing all these children
Yes.
to go to kindergarten.
To kindergarten.
Yeah.
So we train them. The Goddard philosophy is to train them for the school. So that's what the.
So that's why it is. So
Yeah.
this is more like a daycare.
It's a daycare center.
Okay.
It's a daycare center. Of course, it's a daycare center. Goddard give them a name of school because we are not daycare center. We are basically school getting ready the children to go
Children
to the
to go
school.
to
Yes, yes.
So you really like to work with very young children?
I have been when I've been running the childcare.
Oh, that was also-
I have we have the infants, and I
Oh.
have the infants. So nowadays the Massachusetts, and so nowadays no mothers were bringing the child into the daycare age of 6 weeks. They all pretty much have like a 4 months, 6 months off nowadays.
Okay.
It used to be long time ago. It used to be they are bringing the children for age of 6 weeks, but we still offer as of
Okay.
age 6
Option.
if anybody. So nowadays that the children come to the daycare, they are above the age of 4 or at least 5-6 months old.
Okay, which is
Yes, yeah. So because the Massachusetts extend, they've been giving the 4 months, and then the Massachusetts extend another 6 weeks, so they're almost 5-6 months off.
So, without going into like the financial part, obviously this is a very big commitment. It's a beautiful, big, huge locality which you will be seeing in this part of our conversation. I will show you the building, how big and it's spread out on, I don't know how much area it is.
15,000 square feet.
15,000 square feet. So it's not a small school.
So we have the Rite Aid and then the Subway. There was two
Okay,
stores
two
in here,
places
two
were
places
here,
in
huh?
here, and I rented both places, and then we combined them in one. So we demolished the whole
place has been
demolished
built
and
according
rebuilt.
to what she wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have their protocols and all, but that's what
Yeah,
it is.
we like a color scheme, like a
Yes.
bathroom tiles.
So
like
that's
the
your
flooring.
choice.
This is all my choice.
So this is her
all my
choice. It's not
yeah.
that they tell you what
No,
to do.
no.
Okay,
The
that's
color,
right.
what kind of color
Beautiful
I would like
colors
to have
here,
in the
actually.
walls, whatever the color.
That
I
green,
need.
I love this green.
Yeah, this is all the
Very
combination.
calming, very calming, and it is important for children to feel
Yes,
that.
so we
right?
have to do like a one. They have to paint it the wall, not the whole wall, but the little bit with the other colors. So I have to sit down here. I usually sit down here for like 2-3 hours to look at the colors, and if that color suit my mind, and if I don't have any feeling, oh my god, I cannot take this color anymore, then I said, okay, this color is good.
You have to do that?
I have to do that. Yeah, the flooring, I have the different flooring, but then I had them to make like a half room for me first, and I sat down with them and I look at the color scheme and all that, and I say, go ahead and do this flooring, and then
So this was
bathroom
your
tiles.
choice of doing the
Yes,
video?
they
or they
give you the
suggest you
option.
that
they give
sit-
you 5-6 option of of the flooring. These are the colors like a mahogany, the brown and gray and all
I love
that.
this. This is
And
light
then you
color.
choose, you choose which color you like
Bright.
to be. Yeah, it's the same thing. They give you the option for and then you choose with them. And we have first we have to do. I have to do with the Goddard, my construction manager online. He choose me the color first. I choose it, then I do it. I have them to paint it for me. So then I sit down in the room to just see how it's gonna look like. And if I don't get okay, it has to be suit my mind first. If it's not suiting my mind, but how am I gonna offer?
Who thought of this? You thought of this that it has to suit my mind?
Of course,
okay.
because
It's not like they tell you do this.
No.
You are thinking that it has to soothe her mind in order for her to accept this color. So I want to stop here. Why? Because this is very thoughtful of you to make sure that it is comforting. The color, the floors and everything. So that is how much effort you are putting in to make sure that, okay, if it is not annoying or it's not irritating me, and you're sitting here for longer hours, to make sure. So this is very beautiful
because
what you are doing.
I have this experience because I've been working with the childcare for so long. So I always 24 years is not a short time.
That's a very long time. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then it's a long time. And then I have been painted my walls at my home-based daycare in the color that suit me. So I usually go to the Home Depot and do it, and then mix and match. So I always have to have the colors that gonna be suit the children's mind.
And you too,
and
right?
mine too, because I am the one who gonna be in the classroom now that I'm not gonna be. My teacher's gonna be. So they are the one in the classroom with the children. And if the walls are not is calm enough for them, how we gonna they can be irritated. If I can be irritated, then they can be irritated. Yeah,
that's very thoughtful and very empathetic and very practical. Something which is, I don't know how many people are doing this. I feel that this is a very good way. I mean, I don't know how many hours you need for that, but there is a natural. That's why everybody feels good. When I came, also I said, "Oh, this is very nice because of the colors and the scheme." And
this is my school. This is my baby, and
so you can do it the way you want.
Yeah, and I've been thought about it long enough. My husband always supported me. He always encouraged me. He said, "You will do it. You will do it."
I'm sure he's with you all the time to
he
support
is with me. He is always with me. He is always. So even though that anything that I do, anything like I know that this is something he would. And my children, then my daughter is my best friend. My children are very supportive. This journey without him is not easy for me. It's not just think this thing happened just like that. I have lots of moments that come. I was yelling, screaming to my children, to mad at them, happy with them, but they stick with me. They stick with me no matter whatever I do. They all become my partner. It's not easy. Ahad, my youngest one, he's 23 years old, and he is the youngest partner of all the Goddard branches. Out of their 600 branches, he's the youngest partner in the Goddard school. They laugh about it. So not just me, Goddard school also. Okay, they are very particular who they can have because there's a franchisee. They took me. They accept my application for two reasons. One reason that. I was running the home-based childcare. Most of their branches, most of their schools, the owners that they have no idea about the education or maybe their teacher, but not the early childhood educators. They are all doing it to investment, to the business purpose. Okay, they are all very highly educated. So they like about me that they say that your direct interaction was in the early childhood education. The second thing that they like it that they say your children's become your partner. How?
The family, whole family.
So this is not just. It's a family business now. It's become like a family business. So and they were just like because there was such a bunch of the paperwork that my children has to do to fill it up. Fill it up this. Not to mention they are so much busy their own work. My daughter now she
all work.
She is become a chief of staff in Raytheon, and my son Muhammad he is a chief of engineer in Raytheon, mashallah, in the Marlborough branch. So they are extremely busy. Muhammad travels so much all over the places, and then Ahmed and Ahad were in college at the time. They were finishing up their education, and then they all are engineers. They all 3 out of my 4 children working for Raytheon. One worked for Goddard. Hiba was always involved in any of my any decision that I make. And the thing is that any decision that I make, I always talk to the children.
That's very
boys
good. You
usually,
consult.
I consult.
Oh,
Boys usually they don't. Okay, they don't. They sign the paperwork and all that. But Hiba always listen to me and then guide me.
Has some guidance.
Yeah, always.
That's very good.
They are always willing for me. They don't care what time, how busy they are, but they were always. Yeah.
Nice.
So
This
I'm
is a
very-
blessing actually for your children to be part of your this project. A very service oriented, good for the humanity, good for our community. And really I wish and I hope you can comment on this after listening and give her prayers and wish her well, because this is for our communities and this affects all of us. If these children will be good going to other schools and it spreads, like we need more good human beings.
So
right?
even the LLC, because since Farid is not with us anymore, but I did the LLC for his name. So the whole school is Farid Sudbury LLC, the DBA Goddard school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay.
his name is always gonna be. I mean, we are all Farid anyway.
Yes.
5 of us, but his name is also Farid.
That's
So even though that he is not with us, but his name and him is always with us. Yeah.
That's very nice, very nice. Anything else you want to say about your school? Because we will be showing them. I have taken your school, your staff, everything, and the front of the school looks very beautiful. We had the ribbon cutting and all. And anything else that you think that you would like to share before we end our conversation?
So we have a 14 classroom in here. We started with 2 class of each. We have 2 infants classes, 2 first step classes. We have 6 toddler classes starting with 20 months to 2.9. Then we have 2 preschool classes, and then we have pre-K1 and pre-K2. We have a huge gym. I make sure that I have a gym in my school because 12 out of the 10 months or 9 months we have either the hot, cold, rain, snow, so the children they are not able to go and play outside. So I make sure that we have indoor gym where they'll be able to play inside. I make sure that I have 4 staff rooms so the teachers can go and then they can have their own relax, enjoy time. So it's not like they are stepping to each other while if they don't have a space in there. The biggest thing that I would like to share, our Zono and Holo machine. Zolo machine is the disinfectant machine where you can disinfect everything, books, toys, laptop, iPhone, anything that you name it, and you can run for 30 minutes. That Goddard introduced that to the facilities at the COVID time. And then we have one Hello machine that's like a small robot that goes classroom to classroom and has all of these small toys that the children and the babies and the toddlers put them in their mouth, and then once we see when the child put something in their mouth, we usually pick up that toy and put them in the bin. So then when the machine, the Holo go to the room, so teacher put that into the machine and it disinfected for 30 minutes or 20 minutes. So this is our 2 basic thing for our school, the Holo and Zono machine.
Holo and Zolo. Zono and Holo.
Yes, Zono
Wow.
and Holo. Yes.
It's a very high-tech school, by the way, that you have robots coming and in disinfecting stuff.
We have cameras around the school. I think we have about 15 cameras installed around the school. We have our 2 large playground. One is for the infant toddler and one for the preschooler. They're all security cameras and it's all locked. Nobody can go outside. And then I have my
So sorry, I will interrupt. If somebody is coming in, they don't just enter the school.
So as you see, once Joe will give you the tour, each room has a door. That's the emergency door that we have if they need to go outside, but that door is not going to be used for inside. So when you're gonna enter to the building, because of the COVID time, we trying to be not touching anything. So you have to wave. We have no doorbell ring. There's a thing over there that you're gonna wave them, and they're gonna open the front door. And when you're gonna come into the front door, you cannot come inside the building. We have a retainer or eye scanner. So the parents who gonna come, the machine gonna scan their eyes. So like for example, if the mother only had her eyes set up, then the father cannot come inside, or if the grandparents or anybody. So only the if my
I mean, this is
ensure-
their ID, basically.
their ID. So no hand touching is used to be like so.
No
the
finger points.
the parents are not going to touch the front door to get in. They can just wave and the front door will be open. And for them, order for them to get into the school, there's an eye scanner, and that's how through the eye scanner they gonna then the middle room, that middle door that's gonna lead you inside the school. That door will be open. So and then me and my director both has the button that we can open the door or we can not
So you
open
can just
the door.
make
Yes.
sure that
we have the authority for that.
So it is very secure, basically. 15 cameras, and
Yes, yeah.
it's all around, and it's a very safe outdoor also.
Other thing that I do as a new school, that I have the opportunity that I make sure that I have a lockers in my school, so no teacher will take their bag or their personal handbag or anything inside the classroom. They have to go to their locker room and they have to put their bag and everything inside. They have to lock and then they have to go to the classroom. So the teachers are not allowed to take their cell phone inside the classroom.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's good. See, these are all very important things. Excellent. So if they have anything, and you must be here.
So we have the phone in each classroom, and I have the connection for that. So like if anybody calling us that they
if they need to connect,
yes. So then we have each room even
ability
the
to
gym,
communicate.
Yeah, yes, we
Okay.
have the phone. As you see, there's a phone in there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if I have to talk to the teacher in this room, and if any parents wants to give any message, or the parent directly wants to talk to the teacher, so I have the phone that I can connect them, and they can be calling this room, so they can talk to the teacher. Yeah.
So they are not distracted with the smartphones, basically.
No, and
That's
then we
what you
also
want.
provide them. School also provide them the iPad, where they are able to send the daily report 3 times a day to the parent and the pictures, but not their personal, no personal iPhone, no personal iPad. This is all school iPad that they're going to be used through the system. Then so.
Wow, Farzeen, this is a lot. I wish you all the best with all
Thank you
this,
so much.
managing the staff and everything, and I think you will do great, because having that experience of 24 years is not a small experience, and you must be ready for this big project.
Yes, I
This
was
is
ready.
yeah.
I was ready. I was.
And you feel
I've
ready.
been dealing with the 10 to 12 parents as a daily basis for that many years. So I was thinking, and then before that I was all alone running my home-based daycare. Of course, my mom helped me, but I was basically running everything. But with the Goddard school franchisee, I will have the whole Goddard support. Goddard has so many different departments who can help you throughout any of the problem or anything that you need to get any help. They'll be right there. And then my director, I have a wonderful director and wonderful teachers that we have. Yeah, we already have 13 teachers so far. We need to have another teachers, but as of starting the new school, we have a wonderful faculty here. Yeah.
Very nice. So thank you so much.
Very welcome.
And we will be showing you around and everything, so stay tuned, and please leave a comment or two, and spread the word about Goddard if you are in Sudbury area or near areas. If you want to bring your children here, I think this is a very good place, safe place you can try it out, you can talk to, and if it suits you, then why not, right?
Goddard is little expensive. The price a little bit higher compared to the other daycare center. Is just because the education that they offer and the program that they offer is and the safety and the security, and then
The environment is really good.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.